Well, hello there, everybody. This is going to be the start of the Konquest playthrough. I'm going to do every character, obviously. It's going to take me a long time to do this, so I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe I can knock it out pretty quick. Our first character we're going to do is Nitara, though. She's my favorite character in this game, next to Reptile and Draman, so... oh boy. It's going to be a time. Alrighty, and then I'll do an arcade playthrough of her as well. I'll have to do that in silence because I cannot talk and do this at the same time. It's a little hard. Alright. So all of you that are only familiar with her because of the movie, I'm sorry. So, as an actual MK fan and not just somebody that latched on, this is actually pretty important to me that people know where this shit came from. So, alright. I believe the realm is also called the Turnus? I can't remember. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it says it. Anyways, let's get the reading pipe on. The vampire Nitara first manipulated Reptile into destroying the console on Cyrax's arm, which rendered the cyborg stranded in Outworld. She then manipulated Cyrax to retrieve a mysterious orb hidden somewhere in that realm. Although Nitara relies on deception to attain her goals, her fighting styles are very direct, as you will soon discover. Nitara's first fighting style is a Leopard style, which is known for its cruel and cunning attacks. The Leopard style is one of the most vicious and crafty of the animal fighting styles. Not as strong as the Tiger style, but it is superior in its swiftness and jumping ability. The techniques simulate those of a leopard. Have I been saying... oh, okay, I have been saying leopard. Good. Stressing the importance of free movement and quick actions. So, I'll explain now. I don't really like Leopard very much as her style. It's not my favorite. Like Nitara, Scorpion is a creature of the darkness. See how you fare against him as you practice her Leopard techniques. So, yeah, it's a very straightforward. It's a little too sluggish. I'm not really a big fan of it. It's just more of a power stance, I guess. Let me adjust my mic. There we go. Very well done. You hit him like a bomb. There's also a typo in this. It's really funny. And not in this specific one, but her levels. Nitara's Leopard style also has a set of low attacks. She uses these moves to keep her opponents guessing. I'm pretty sure that's what they're for. So you can see right now she does not have a very good low game. She doesn't have a sweep that's very easy to memorize. I don't know. A powerful Leopard attack that Nitara uses to put distance between herself and opponents is the Dual Claw Push. With one massive hit, Nitara can send her opponents sailing across the arena. Attack the Ninja Spectre Scorpion with the Dual Claw Push twice. So, I screw up a lot because I'm almost always trying to move. I don't like to stand still, and end up doing that quite a bit on accident. Well done. Next, you'll practice a useful Leopard attack called the Lifting Strike, which allows Nitara to pop her opponent into the air long enough to execute another attack. Attack Scorpion with the Lifting Strike, and then juggle him in the air with 3 more Lifting Strikes before he hits the ground. This is actually a pretty solid move. It's pretty quick, too. I don't think it's too bad. I actually do use it quite a bit. I mainly combo into it, though. The Deadly Lifting Strike allows Nitara to pop an opponent into the air long enough to execute another attack. Try juggling Scorpion with the Lifting Strike, and while he is still in the air, attack him with the Dual Claw move. So, I don't really do that one very often. It's a little too not worth it unless I want to get distance. But it is pretty good. While in the Leopard style, Nitara can flap her wings to propel herself backward. This escape maneuver allows her to put distance between herself and her opponent. Try to execute 3 successful escapes and get yourself out of harm's way. So, yeah, like I said, it's actually a pretty damn useful move. You can use it to close ground to power up as well. It's pretty damn good. Like I said, she's not the best character, but I just find her moves pretty damn devastating, especially like Fujiao Pai, as you'll see. Alright. You have fought well against Scorpion and have learned much about the Leopard fighting style. There's no space there. But you must not stop there if you wish to complete this journey. You must learn another one of Nitara's fighting styles. As you train in the fighting art of Fujiao Pai, your opponent will be the creature Reptile. Nitara saw in Reptile a fool to be exploited. She deliberately led him away from his master Shao Kahn, both to gain his trust and to allow the sorcerers Quan Chi and Shang Tsung to perpetrate their assassination plot. Had Reptile been at the Emperor's side, they would never have succeeded. Fujiao Pai was originally Hark Fu Moon, or Black Tiger System. It was renamed by Grandmaster Wang Bilhong to Fujiao Pai of Hoi Hong Temple. The teachings of Black Tiger Claw Kung Fu has been passed down through the ages without any written documentation, making it difficult to compile its history. And you see, this is something that I love. Mortal Kombat was more about martial arts, not just bullshit pop culture references. In order to master Nitara's next art of Fu Jiao Pai, you must first learn the basic techniques. So, this is actually the best fighting style she has. Sindel in MK Deception also has it, which makes, obviously, one of my favorite characters. A useful Fu Jiao Pai attack called the Lifting Kick allows Nitara to pop her opponent into the air long enough to execute another attack. Execute this devastating attack 3 times on Reptile. So, this... Holy shit, this thing has massive reach, and you can totally catch people with it. It's very, very good. It's also good to combo into as well. Excellent, you were learning quickly. Let us move on to Fu Jiao Pai's low attacks. Practice these low attacks on Reptile. So, her low game, like I said, she doesn't have a sweep in this stance, so it's very, very not my thing. It's just very devastating. By channeling energy from a crystal necklace through her Fu Jiao Pai style, Nitara is able to perform a Nijin. A Nijin, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, allows Nitara to increase the power of her attacks for a limited period of time. Execute a Nijin, I don't know how you say that, I'm not gonna even try, and strike Reptile with a powered up attack. That is what makes this fighting style so good. That combo, just that pissy 3-punch jab, can do like 34% damage, and she has so many fast moves. Also, I like to point out the necklace is just glued to her, apparently. My dad used to say that guy was a character you could play as in that loading screen. I called him out. Excellent! Your training in the art of Fu Jiao Pai is complete. Let's move on to Nitara's weapon style, the Kama. The Kama is a farm implement used for rice harvesting. It was adopted as a weapon in China, Okinawa, and Japan when vampire invaders from Outworld were witnessed using similar weapons. In China and Japan, the Kama was often used in conjunction with the chain to encircle opponents. The Okinawans, I've never seen that word ever, preferred to use 2 Kama together. The Kama is one of the 5 principal weapons of the Okinawa art of Kobodu Kobujitsu. So, like I said, one of the reasons this game is so damn good, you get to learn something. That's actually pretty damn impressive to me. Nitara uses this traditional vampire weapon to viciously tear open her opponents. You must learn her techniques to further balance your fighting skills. You will spar with Cyrax. Through careful manipulation, Nitara had coerced Reptile to destroy Cyrax's arm console, preventing the cyborg ninja from returning to Earthrealm. Welcome Cyrax to Outworld with a few devastating Kama attacks. So, I don't really like this. You can see that the reach is very small. That forward move is actually okay as well. I don't really use Kama very often. Excellent. Nitara was suspiciously present immediately after Cyrax defeated Reptile. She made him an offer to return him to his home realm if he would aid her in retrieving a mystical object that bound her realm to the realm of Outworld. Now you must offer Cyrax some of Nitara's Kama low attacks. I love this as well, because when you do Johnny Cage's, it's like a fucking perspective of like a Hollywood director, and it's really funny. I love it. Alright. Very well done. A useful Kama attack called the Rising Swing allows Nitara to strike an opponent while in midair. Attack Cyrax in midair with the Rising Swing attack 3 times to continue further. So this, look at how fast that shit is. Like, it's just one of the best moves in that stance. It really is. So when you're using it, it's a good thing to just trip the opponent up in the air and get some distance as well. Or just do some Kama combos if they're in like a weapon already. It's actually a pretty damn effective style. Most impressive, you have mastered Nitara's 3 fighting styles. Now you must train the dark arts of the vampire special attacks. The vampire nation has existed for eons and has traveled to many realms to feed on the blood of lesser species. Earthrealm has been an excellent source of food, but its sun emits a form of radiation that is quite harmful to vampires. As a result, vampires can only traverse to that realm for brief periods of time, and only to the hemisphere opposite the sun. Just damn, man. You see, this is why I'm like, Nitara in the film, who gives a shit? The film doesn't count. It's not canon anyways. It's not Marvel, get over it. One attack used by vampires is the Blood Spit. By regurgitating previously consumed blood, Nitara can hurl the bewitched liquid at her opponent from a distance. Practice the Blood Spit 3 times on the Outworld Master Bo Rai Cho, a man who is no stranger to vomit. This is a very iffy attack to pull off. I actually do it mainly on accident quite a bit. So, oh god, I love Bo Raicho. Just shits himself, I love it. Okay, my parents forbid me to play as Bo Raicho. Not to not play the game, just, you know. That blood attack was quite obscene. The bloody spit is in your genes. Bo Raicho attacks this bout. Spit 3 times before time runs out. You see what I'm talking about? I love that. So, this attack is not bad. It's a good follow-up at the end of a combo. It also can push opponents back in the air, so it's not terrible. Well done, but you have only begun to harness the true nature of a vampire. Vampires must consume the blood of others to survive. It has been this way since before recorded vampire history. If Nitara feels her life force diminishing during a battle, she can rejuvenate her health by extracting a small amount of blood from her opponent, leaving him weaker. Master Bo Raicho has much blood to spare. Practice Nitara's throw on him twice. Suck his blood! I just love how it says that. It's always something really charming about it. Oh man. They don't show the Kama has a sidestep move, by the way. I'd like to point that out. Indeed, you are the most agile. Now try her throws 2 more times while Bo Raicho is moving. By the way, Bo Raicho is just a mix of the word borracho, which means drunk in Spanish, if you couldn't figure that out by now. Then again, I don't know, maybe you didn't know that. Maybe you learned. Mavado is almost malvado, which basically means bad man. So, there you go. I love this mode, it's just fun. That was very bloody. Wipe the crimson elixir from your face before you begin the next lesson. An effective special attack used by the vampire elite is the unicorn kick. Although the name sounds most frightening to a vampire, it is not so intimidating to others. The kick itself, however, is indeed something to fear. Now, I'm not really a big fan of it. I hardly ever use it. It's okay for zoning, but I don't really use it very often. Practice Nitara's unicorn kick against Quan Chi 3 times before time runs out. No, this is the problem, it's a back input, so it's like, I just don't like that input. I wish it was like back forward circle. I think that would be a lot better. You are indeed learning at a pace that kills. Use the unicorn attack against Quan Chi 3 times more. This time, the sorcerer will be well prepared. Like a steak or something, I guess. So, you can see, this isn't a terrible move. I'm also surprised she doesn't do Trial of Blood, which is what Kano, Draman, and a couple other characters have to do, where you have to spill like 90 pints of blood in like a minute. It's not fun, trust me. It was cool when I was a kid, but not as an adult, it sucks. Nitara's realm has been merged with Outworld, or had been merged with Outworld by Shao Kahn ages ago, and the 2 worlds have been combined into one, forming a more powerful empire. Attack combinations work in much the same way. By utilizing combos in your fighting routines, you will increase the damage done to an opponent. So, yeah, her combos in Leopard are not very good, I'm just gonna say that. I just drop them constantly, I don't know why. I think it's just this game. It's not the emulator. I remember it being a problem back in the day. Exercise these lethal leopard combinations on the God of Thunder before time runs out. So this one here, I end up doing on accident mainly, and this is mainly the bread and butter for leopard for me. It just works really well. It's all I usually use it for. Excellent, let us move on to some intricate combos. I don't think I ever use that combo. It's just, I don't know. It's not really good. I also find that it's not hard, it's just really weird to explain. This game has a very specific input compared to Deception. It's very different. You have done well. Now you must apply the combos you have learned in Mortal Kombat. This time Raiden will unleash the perfect storm. So, yeah. I don't really stay in this fighting style for very long. It's just not my cup of tea. Outstanding. So, yeah, if you like Leopard style and you're really good with it, be my guest. I'm not. I'm just average at best. I did not mean any of that to rhyme like I did. Okay. Your skills are most impressive. You have mastered the Leopard combination attacks, now you must add to your combo training. You will learn Nitara's Fujao Pai combos. So, these are primarily what I use in a real fight, because they're just actually just devastating as hell. Exercise these destructive Fujiao Pai combos before time runs out. I'd also like to point out I love her stance here. This is why I say she seems more like animalistic than just a human, and that's why I thought she was such a cool character as a kid. Like, she just doesn't seem like a monster in the movie, I guess? I don't know, I just don't like it. So this, Black Tiger, fucking great combo. Also a great sushi roll as well. Excellent, young mistress of darkness. Oh, thanks. But let us see how you fare against one of the top agents of the Special Forces, Jax. That's what I'm talking about. My dad hated Jax because he constantly says shit. He just did not like him. I love how my parents, like I said, didn't care that I was playing a violent, bloody video game. They just didn't like when I used Jax or like Boraicho, because Jax was annoying to them, and Boraicho shits himself and pukes. My dad said that's disgusting, I don't want to play this game. Like, it's great. You have successfully completed the combo systems of Leopard and Fujiao Pai. Now, you will now begin combo training in the Kama weapon style. So, her Kama weapon style, I'm not really keen on it, if I'm honest. I just don't think it's great. They're okay. Practice these Kama attack combinations before your time runs out. So, I drop these constantly because this one's not bad. And Crucified is pretty good as well. I just dropped the big one we had to do here. It's square X circle. Well done. Now you must repeat those very same combos, and this time Kano is out to get you. Oh no, he's a bad man. So, I just find I drop her combos a lot. Like, I don't know, it's just the pacing of the game is hard to get used to as well. I don't know how to explain it. Excellent, you have learned well. Now, for a more intense attack, Nitara has a devastating combo called Bloodlust. The Bloodlust combo allows Nitara to strike high, then low, then high again. It is perfect strategy against opponents who block excessively. Perform the Bloodlust combo twice on Kano, unleash your appetite for his destruction. So, you see what I mean? You have to wait for her to do that little tiny twirl, otherwise the attack will not register. That's the biggest problem I have with it. It's also why Raiden's combos are very difficult as well. You can't just mash them in. You actually have to wait for the animation to do it properly. It's something it takes some getting used to. It's not the worst though. Now that you have mastered all of Nitara's styles and combos, it is time that you practice combining attacks from different styles into one long branch combo. This type of attack is called a style branch combo. So every character has these as well. They're pretty useful. They just do pretty good damage as well. Most of them are almost unnecessary. Scorpion will be your opponent during this lesson. This first style chain They fucked up! It's change! Whatever. Combo starts in Leopard style and goes into Fujiao Pai. So that one I tend to drop because I'm almost always not thinking, so I don't use it very often. Now execute the same combo one more time, but this time add some more hit between the eyes. I love that. You see what I mean? I'm not bad. It's just very finicky. Deception really does smooth out the gameplay a lot. Your attacks were so powerful, it looked as though Scorpion might black out from the force of the blows. Next, you will try 2 different ways to finish the previous combo. That is the one I mainly use, if I'm going to use one. I don't find it necessary, though. You are a vampire worthy of your heritage, but the final test of this lesson is at hand. You must now perform a style branch combo that utilizes all 3 of Nitara's fighting styles. And that is the big one. You can see it does a lot of damage, gets you into the Kama, and it's actually just pretty practical because it ends with a pop-up. It's not good against Moloch, but it's pretty good. I use the, like, Fujiao Pai big combo on him. Most impressive, you have learned much through your journey. You have mastered many fighting styles and beaten many opponents, but there is one opponent you still need to confront. It is one thing to defeat a foe that does not share your thoughts. It is a completely different situation. Oh, is a. I thought it was like, wait, they didn't add an A. when confronting a foe that can anticipate your every move. Your final test will be to face a mirror image of Nitara. If you can win 3 out of 5 matches, you will have completed your training. Good luck. So every character has this as well. This is mandatory for every character. I don't know if, like, they just did this because they wanted you to actually play, but I like that they make you do it. They change it in Deception. Also, I'd like to point out, I don't dislike her alternate. I think it's the tattoos, because you can see on her thighs, you can see that those tattoos aren't there in her primary. It's like she just, like, slaps on some temp tats. Like, it's not a terrible design. Like I said, she just looks a little more like an animal and like a vampire. She looks more like a geisha vampire. I like it. It's just a really cool, like, idea. And you can also see she's not blind. She just has the eye patch thing over for style, I guess. The boots are a bit overkill. I'm not a huge fan of them. And the temp tats. But I don't think it's a terrible design. It just looks pretty cool. So, I'll show you guys how I usually play as Nitara as well. So, that's one combo I usually use. So we can also power up. And you see what I mean? I drop combos all the time with this character. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels that way, but damn. Also, I don't know why they make you do it 3 rounds instead of just 2. I could not tell you why. So there's the drop thing you can do. Like I said, you can just do this. Damn it, man, I want to do that really fancy swag combo. I really want to do it. It's so fucking cool. It's just hard to actually zone her out, because this game doesn't have breakers, so it's like, it's not nearly as polished, obviously, as Deception is. So, you can see I'm pretty comfortable with her. She's one of my favorite characters, and always has been. So, this combo as well is good for ducking opponents. So, you can also do this. It does stop you from doing, like, way too many combos. And the PS2 version's also the most balanced. I know there's a lot of bug fixes in the other ones. So, also just damn, look how much damage one hit can do. So, yeah.
Outstanding.
Pretty much how it's going to be for every character. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying playing it. Congratulations, you have finished your training. This journey is complete, but the road to your destiny is long traveled, and there's always more to learn. So, with that, 300 ruby coins. Wonderful. That's cool. I'm not going to buy anything in this account because I already have everything. So, yeah. And as you can see, you can't play them again. But once you do actually finish Konquest mode all the way, it just resets and you do like New Game Plus. So, that's how that works. So I'll see you in the next one.